invited into the House of Assembly to witness this occasion will now prepare to leave, as will the Governor, Sir Richard Luce, who will go down to the main square at the Piazza, where he will be accorded a royal salute by a contingent from the Gibraltar Regiment. We can remind you that Sir Richard Luce, in his speech, has said that he was in fact the son of a British governor who'd served in Africa and Belize, so consequently he was fully aware of his responsibilities. He also in fact mentioned his long links with Gibraltar, very long indeed, since he is a direct descendant of Lord Napier of Magdala, a Gibraltar governor himself. He paid tribute to Sir Hugo White, his predecessor, who he said had helped him over the last few weeks in getting to grips and indeed finding out all he needed to know about Gibraltar before taking up his appointment. And on the fact that he's the first civilian governor, he gave three reassurances. The fact that his appointment had meant no change in policy in the commitment from Britain, that there was no hidden agenda in his appointment, and he once again restated the preamble to the Constitution, which he said was a fundamental safeguard. He once again said that Gibraltar had a strategic importance for the United Kingdom, and ended with a best wishes message from Her Majesty the Queen. He was replying to speeches given by the Chief Minister and the Leader of the Opposition. Mr. Caruana said he was glad the Governor, Sir Richard Luce, had agreed to wear the gubernatorial uniform, which had been on the government's request. Also, that on closer examination, his resignation from the Foreign Office in 1982 had been an honourable resignation, and nothing sinister could be read into it. He looked forward to Sir Richard's counsel as a former politician and the wealth of experience that he brings, and then detailed aspects of the economy, the government's desire for constitutional development, and also the government's policy of dialogue with Spain. And Mr. Caruana ended by saying that he expected the support of the British government. Mr. Bossano, on the other hand, was more forthright in his speech. He said that the GSLP opposition had not welcomed the change from a military to a civilian governor, and restated that the GSLP, indeed the rest of Gibraltar, did not want Spain to have any say now or in our future, and that no wooing from Spain or Britain would work. He asked Sir Richard Luce to express his invaluable and historic contribution in Britain adopting the same policy for Gibraltar than to the Falkland Islands, in the sense that they should recognise Gibraltar's right to self-determination. And so, Sir Richard Luce now appearing again with his hat with the swan feathers, his full governor's uniform, to take that royal salute. He's accompanied there by the Commander of British Forces, Major General Simon Pack. He himself will leave Gibraltar later this year to be replaced by a more junior rank, and that'll be in fact a brigadier. Strong contingent of press, both from Gibraltar and from Spain, kept at bay there by the Public Relations Officer for the British Forces, Captain Alistair Belgani. So there you are. That's the Governor, Sir Richard Luce, now walking towards the detachment there from the Gibraltar Regiment, which will accord him a royal salute. The guard composition from soldiers from headquarters, I and B companies, all territorial soldiers, territorial army soldiers in fact. Royal salute by the Gibraltar Regiment, the regiment's colours, carried there by the ensign, Lieutenant Jackie Pryor, the first time ever that a woman has taken this post in the Gibraltar Regiment of carrying the colours and being the ensign in any parade. The officer in charge of the guard is Captain John Bettis. And just here, closer to the camera, is the officer of the guard, his second in command basically, Captain Mario Alman. So Captain John Bettis salutes the governor, who will now proceed to inspect the guard. The background, the band of the regiment under the command of Bandmaster W01 Alex Knox. So Richard Luce having a few words with some of the soldiers, Territorial Army soldiers, part-timers, this time since G Company, the full-time soldiers of the Gibraltar Regiment, are currently on a month-long exercise in the United Kingdom. Quite notable that this uniform that the governor is wearing is the same uniform that's been worn for 150 years by governors in other dependent territories or colonies. You will remember, perhaps if you've seen it in the news, that the previous governor of Hong Kong used to wear that, but Chris Patten, the current governor, chose not to wear it. But it has been used in the Caribbean, in Africa, in other places where Britain has governors. Port Sergeant with the keys, accompanying the senior officers and the governor as he inspects the guard. And lots of people have turned out to witness this occasion, this historic occasion for Gibraltar, as the 65th governor of the Rock is sworn in. And it's a brilliant day as well. The sun is shining to make everything the better. And so Sir Richard Luce completes his inspection of the guard as one final salute. And now we'll inspect the band. Presume a fairly strange feeling for Sir Richard Luce coming into this sort of ceremonial military scenario, coming from a vast military background. He's had previous posts such as Minister for the Arts and Minister of State in the Privy Council Office, responsible for the civil service, Minister of State in the Foreign and Commonwealth Office twice, from 1981 to 82 when he resigned, and then reinstated in 83 through till 1985. He's also been Parliamentary Under Secretary of State for Foreign and Commonwealth Affairs. He's been opposition spokesman in the 70s for the Foreign Office, or at least for Foreign Affairs of the Conservatives. Has been a whip, and also has held the post of Parliamentary Private Secretary to Lord Howe, or at least Sir Geoffrey Howe in that time. In fact, from his profile, I note that he's got long links with Sir Geoffrey Howe, himself long links with Gibraltar as a former Foreign Secretary and one of the signatories to the Brussels Agreement. The much talked about Brussels Agreement in Gibraltar. Well, Sir Richard was Parliamentary Private Secretary to Sir Geoffrey. And so he completes his inspection of the band. And now, a final royal salute by the Gibraltar Regiment. The royal salute completed. Sir Richard next will, accompanied by the Commander of British Forces, will walk through the lobby of the House of Assembly towards Main Street, where he's expected to walk towards the convent. Long history in the convent, of course, and this is where we end our broadcast from John Mackintosh Square and the swearing-in ceremony of Sir Richard Luce as the 65th Governor of Gibraltar. Good afternoon.